Hi guys, welcome back to Noube Productions online fundraiser for Report Card, Danger of Failing. I'm Amar Gasset and I am here with the man, the myth, the legend. I don't even think he needs an introduction, but I mean, you want to explain who you are?
Well, listen, you know what? I mean, you say that, but I'm so humbled and blessed because, you know, when you see Noube Productions, it's not just Noube.
Yeah.
It's myself, it's Will, who's been there every single documentary. It's now Danny Donator, it's you. And then the most important people are the people we're telling the stories to. We no stories, no documentaries. So I sit here with you and I'm so humbled, you know, and I'm excited for the next documentary.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it.
All right, let's get into it. What's something that you're excited to really have highlighted within this documentary?
Well, you know, we're doing the planning process, and the planning process starts like, you know, we're in my office and we get a poster board and
start writing stuff down.
And a Sharpie, and start writing things down. So
scratching stuff.
You know, like, you know, ultimately the fun part of the documentary is that, you know, we have an idea, we have a vision, but we're willing to learn and change our opinions, you know, based on the documentary. So, you know, the solution, the documentary, the point of it is, how do you find how do inner city students succeed? Okay, what are some things that's a formula to help an inner city student succeed, and what's preventing them not to succeed? And how do we fill in those gaps? So the way we're going to do it, we're just going to interview different teachers, administrators, and most importantly students about what's going on, what the hell is going on in the inner city, how do we find those gaps, how do we fill those gaps to help, you know, kids from Brockton, Lynn, Lawrence, New Bedford, Boston, all the gateway cities, not just here, but all over the country. What do we do to fill in those gaps to help them succeed? So I can't wait. We started filming already, and we're learning a lot already.
Yeah, now let's switch gears on that. Now, there's been plenty of people that you've met, a lot of connections you've made over the years. Now, switching to education, has there been someone, whether it's a mentor or a teacher from anywhere of your education background, that has impacted your life, or like is your favorite teacher? And if so, why?
That's an easy one. Mr. Hazelwood, my history teacher, my sophomore and freshman year, and actually my senior year as well. First and only black teacher I ever had.
Wow.
I'm sorry, check that. I had one black teacher in English, Miss Arnabog, also a fantastic teacher. But he was, in terms of a black male, Mr. Hazel was the first black male teacher I've ever had. And I haven't had a black male teacher, whether in college or what have you, ever since. So that was real personal to me. And to this day, we still keep in contact. The irony is, actually, I taught his daughter at my summer camp, you know, kind of full circle. But I knew the importance of having a black male teacher. And, you know, that's, you know, one of the reasons why I went to education. You know, it wasn't a plan of mine, but it's a passion. And I feel that's so important, that if you see a teacher that looks like you, that talks like you. Now, again, there's other reasons what makes a teacher great, but that helps.
What has education done for you? You've been there, not only have you obviously gone it, you got your college degree, and you're in it now teaching kids, giving back. What has it done for you? You know, it's you've seen both sides of it.
Yeah, education's done for me. It's made me extremely grateful. So on the student side, education's done for me. It's really you know, open doors that I didn't see myself into. The reality is less than 2% of directors are black. Okay, but education gives you those doors to learn that, to learn the opportunity. You know, I had the opportunities to get it done and to learn it, and you know, that's a big thing, is having the ambition to do it. So. You know, going to Bridgewater State, going to Brockton High School.
Go Bears.
That was a foundation. You know, we're both Bears. As a teacher, education's done for me. It's humbled me, and it's made me really understand the importance of, you know, being a role model. And everything you say or do will impact somebody. They may not know, you know, that you're impacting someone, but 5-10 years from now, you realize, wow, whatever Mr. Rateau said, you know, that kind of changed my life. So.
I gotta stop you. And that's crazy that he says it, because a lot of, whether you know or not, he was my teacher, and he was, if not the maybe second black teacher I just saw in a school system. So it was really cool that he had an impact on my life, and he was my teacher. So I mean, what you're saying is a whole full circle moment with us two here.
I think it's, you know, for full disclosure, we're like brothers. You know, I don't even consider my student. We're like brothers, but I think that connection was important. You know what I'm saying? And that relationship was important. So it sparked plug. Now, obviously, if I was a jerk, if I was a jackass, you know, they'd be different. But you know, there were things that came with it. So it's not just color. There are things that come with it. So you know, I think it's important. So education has really changed my life. It's brought me to meet many people like yourself, Danny Donator, Wesley, it brought me and Will together. I mean, we went to school together, but, we started the production together at Bridgewater State. Yeah. It's been a blessing.
Yeah, man. So if you don't mind just telling the audience why should people advocate for this? Why is this important? Why should people be talking about this?
Well, I think, why people should invest in the production.
And donate, yeah. Why should people help out?
Because education really is a new civil rights movement, period. It's a new civil rights movement. And I think that's the next step of whether it's vocational education, whether it's college education, what is the next step, to move inner city students, Black and brown students, or any inner city students, any color.
What's the blueprint?
In terms of, that's what it is. It's being able to get an education. Okay, when I say education, I'm not just talking about college. I'm talking about something where you can get a trade, a certificate, what have you. So our people should donate to this production, because you're donating to people, you're donating to students. And our heart's in the right place. I say that humbly. Because it's such a amazing, overwhelming feeling when people are investing in what your vision is. And I take that very seriously. I take it personal. Yeah. Will takes it personal, and everyone on the staff takes it personal. Yeah. It is personal. So before God, I'm gonna make sure you guys are proud of the documentary.
Yeah, so as you know, like you said, obviously your name's on it. It's bigger than you though. So if you can just explain what's the journey been like for you for Noube Productions, man. What's it been like? I mean, when did you start? Where you at now? Like, what's the journey been like?
It started, I think, junior year in college. I didn't get a job at Channel 7. I was pissed. I interned for Channel 7. I wanted to get a job as a teleprompter, which is time paid minimum wage. I think it was like $12 an hour. And I kept calling them every single week. And then they returned my call. I'm like, okay, cool. All right. So I say, you know what? I'll make sure when I do something, I'm going to get a job that I'm never going to depend on someone to hire me, to fire me, or to pay me. And that's really what started Noube Productions. I'm like, okay, cool, I'm gonna do something. So it started with frustration, but it ended with humility. Ended with a lot of people who are impacting, that were impacting. I've been able to meet so many amazing people. But what I love the most, I'm enjoying probably the last 5 years more. I enjoyed the first 5 years because now I'm seeing the students who I taught with working together. Like, I have so much fun doing this, working with you, traveling, whether it's, going to California with Eddie, going to New York, our New York trips, me, you, and Will. Yeah. I just went to Florida with Dan. That's what I really enjoyed. That's fun. So I'm enjoying this now because the team's just bigger. And
we're growing.
Me and Will always joke around, man. We're going to leave your young bucks to do more of the filming, man, because sometimes we tired. Sometimes we just tired. So I'm really, really appreciative of the last 4 or 5 years just working with you guys.
Yeah. All right, guys, I think that wraps it up for here. As you can see, we are ready to roll with this documentary. We've got a lot of things cooking up. I'm Amari Gasson, Noube Rateau, Noube Productions. We will be back with you soon.
Hi, Mom.